Hey guys. Hello, it's 22nd. It's October 2024. The last couple times I went live, I was on, just started with YouTube. Well, check this out. So Prism, I noticed it on Blackbirds too. So Prism is now doing the stupid vertical thing. You can't rotate your phone back. I don't like the vertical. But we have no choice, apparently. Anyways, I just got done taking Riley to school and came back and thought, I'm going to have another cup of coffee. Well, I was going to go out on the porch, too, and let the cats out. Open up the fridge door, and there's her lunch. There's her school lunch. Transmission is unstable due to weak internet connection. Yeah, well, this will have to do. Maybe it'll get better as I walk. Anyways, forgot her lunch. So I had to drive back to school, take her lunch. Which is not that far. It's about, I don't know, let's see, 8 miles. Not 15 miles, not that far. Only takes about 20 minutes. Anywho, that's how my morning started. Still says transmission is unstable. And there's nobody in here to tell me that it, that they can't see. Oh well, I'm just gonna keep going with it. I don't really give a rat's ass. I really don't. But look, I thought maybe there wouldn't be a lot of colorful trees because it's mostly pines down here, but there are. There are at the beginning of this trail. When you get further in, it's the pines. Oh, they smell so good. I'm the only one on the trail this morning. So in case you missed that part, I see the transmission's good now. I drove for Friday to school, came back home, went to get milk for my second cup of coffee to take the cats out on the back porch, and her lunch was in the fridge. So I had to drive it back there, which is only like 15 miles away, 20 minutes. Not bad. Just the fact that I had to do it again. So I decided since I was out, I'd come down here at the park lake and walk around it and see if there was any, aw, nice. See if there's any beautiful trees. The leaves are falling as we speak. Transmission is bad. Jeez Louise. Jump. No, I can't jump this morning. I'm too tired. Hey, JK. How's it going? You getting ready to go to work? Says the transmission is spotty. Down here in the woods. Walking around the park lake. I'm the only one here. Yesterday I walked around up top at the park and there was like all kinds of people with their dogs because they couldn't bring them down in here where they usually walk them because they were working on the road to come down in here. But today it's done, whatever they were doing, so I could get down in here. But yeah, I thought I'd go for a walk before I go back home. Again. Almost too foggy to drive where you're at. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's getting that. In the desert, it's getting like that cold layer and then meets the sun. It gets all foggy. When I was flagging in Florida, JK, I was a flag person. Same thing. We had to wait. They weren't, you know, legally allowed to let us start work until the fog lifted. So yeah, when I worked in Florida as a flag person. They called it flagman back then still. It was back in the 80s. Anyways, when I lived there. Yeah, we had to wait till the fog all lifted before we could start work. No. If it did, I'd just go in the woods. Aw, it's just gonna go in and out, guys. I like that I'm the only one on the trail, too. Nice and peaceful. Like it should be. Here I'm talking. Maybe I'll see Bigfoot, guys. What do you think? I'll see Bigfoot. Look at the falling leaves. It's all pretty. I heard something crunch. I was gonna see a deer, maybe. Nope, no deer, no Bigfoot. I'm gonna lose you down in this dip coming up too. That's my problem about walking around here. You keep going in and out. You too, JK. Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. I love walking. So, summer, fall. I like to hear the crunching sound of leaves makes. So pretty. There's the lake. Oh, is there something dead? There's those turkey vultures circling. It's so dried up from the drought from the lack of rain. We had a no burn order in the state of Ohio. Well, in my county. First one we've had in years. Bye, JK. You have a great day too. Oh, I think I already said goodbye to him. Oops. I'll get back to the hacienda. I'll have to let them cats out. I have two cats, Eli and Kiri. Eli's named after Three Dog Night, and Kiri's named after, well, the song. Kiri's named after the song by Mr. Mister. Because I love the music. Anyways, I let them out back. If you guys haven't watched my channel, I let them out back every morning for an hour. Wow, those leaves, they sound so peaceful. Falling. There's some ferns. Entering into Fern Gully. Yeah, so every morning they know. They wait until I make me coffee. Except Tuesday mornings when I have to drive my granddaughter to school in the morning. They know. They have to wait till I get back. Cats are smart. Some cats. Look at this, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? You can hear them falling. I love to watch the leaves fall. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Very peaceful. I don't know if I'll see that blue herring. People say you see him in the morning. I usually don't come here until afternoon. But since I was out, so I get my walk in early. Now I won't be sweating too. Well, sweating's good though. Yeah, I have a sweatshirt on, t-shirt under. Let's show you the lake. There's birds. Gotta be something dead. Mother Nature's vacuum cleaner. They clean up the dead. Look at the sun shining through the tree. Gorgeous. You're allowed to fish here in this lake, but it's catch and release. It's beautiful. Man, that'd be a good boomerang thing. Boomerang the leaves, follow you. Zoom in. Zoom in on the trail. It sounds like it's sprinkling when they hit. It sounds like raindrops. Nice. So please like the video and share it out. Subscribe. This lady kind of surprised me. She must have come in. See, there's where I'm parked over there. My little bug under the tree. She must have parked at this end up here, where I'll come out and walk this way. But then you gotta walk up the hill to get back to your car instead of down the hill. But that's a good thing too, if you want to. They put these in here a couple of years back so you can fish. Somebody put a picture up the other day on the Book of Faces, and there was like 8 turtles on this log up here. I always see turtles sunning themselves on it, but I've never seen that many. I've only seen like a couple. There was like 8 of them. They're like, I'm gonna enjoy the sunshine before the lake freezes. Yeah, I just thought I'd take you guys with me on a walk. Probably a lot of people aren't even up yet, unless they have to work. Like JK, he's a hard worker. He does remodeling. You guys should sub to his channel. Anyways, they can watch it later. Let me get up. I always forget to see. There's a log. I don't see any. Is there one? Might be one. I don't know. Sometimes I look and it's a... No, there's not one on there. I have to put that picture on my community page. It's crazy. Of course, they could have taken it years ago, for all I know. This is a mile around here. Up top used to be a Surrey track. You gotta go around it 4 times for a mile. Up inside the park where our pool is. Here, you walk the whole thing, it's a mile around the lake. I asked, I don't have a pedometer, there's probably one on my phone, but anywho, I asked, the track was running around here one day when I was down here. And I asked the boys, I said, what is it around here? And they said, a mile. I said, okay, good. So I like to do a mile a day. "68 years old. I don't think that's too bad. But there are 68-year-olds that probably walk. Well, I know there's some. I know some of them that walk like 5 miles a day. Some of them run. Nope. I'm happy if I get a mile in. Now, we've been on 5-mile hikes before. Me and the kids. Poor little kids, they had to sit down and rest. Like 3 or 4 different times before we make it through. But they enjoy it, they have fun. They don't complain. They just say, I need to sit down, they sit down. And we have benches here that you can sit and rest and watch the water. They used to have exercise stations. Exercise trail, and they had stations all along it to do different things. Like they had a wall that you could climb, like they train in the Army where you climb that wall, or Navy or whatever. I think they do that in both of them. Or all branches, probably. Anyways, they had one of those. They had a thing where you could do push-ups, sit-ups. And that was years ago, and they all rotted apart. Well, I didn't keep up on it. Anyways, so they made this trail. It was a different trail. So they made this trail that goes right around the lake. Oh, there he is, a squirrel. Oh, it's a big squirrel. Jeez. I say I keep hearing animals, but I wasn't seeing them. Go up that tree so I can get a better look at you. He's not going to do it. Where'd he go? Where'd he go, squirrel? He must still be on the ground. I can't see him. Man, that was a big squirrel. I have a huge ass groundhog in my backyard. Biggest groundhog I've ever seen. We knew this guy. He always grew some really good pot, and he would share, and he'd say, "That stuff, it'll rip your face." Look at this. Is that a big turkey buzzer up there? See it? My eyes aren't the greatest. It could be a nest, but I swear I saw it move its head. And I can't even see if you... I can't see what... Oh, there it is. What you guys are looking at, because the sun is shining in my eyes, and I left my sunglasses in the car. I think it is. I think it just tucked its little head. Isn't that cool? It's amazing the things you see along the walking trail. Aren't you with your friends? I would love to see it take off, because then I could see his wingspan. You Rustin, you ain't afraid of me. Well, that was cool. I guess we go to my chair. Let me stop here. Anyways, yeah, I saw those same two babies and they had spots. Now they don't. See some other creatures we can spot. But I was mentioning the deer because up around this next turn, my daughter and I were walking and we saw deer drinking out of the pond, out of the lake. Oh shoot, I don't have reception here. Right there, it looks like the parallel bars maybe. Something. It's all old. Old and overgrown. There's the sun again. High sunshine. That's pretty. See, that's the old trail. Usually I walk this fast because the faster you walk, the more calories you burn. Today I'm just taking my good old time. Because if I walk fast, I don't have my selfie stick. I never hardly do. The thing would be more jigglier than it already is. But I got my walk in for the day. Maybe leaving, forgetting Riley's lunch at home was a good thing, right? Yin and yang. Poor cats, they were like, Mom's home, yay. We're going out back. And then, nope. Like, Riley forgot her lunch, I'll be back. Yes, I talk to my cats. They know words, they know snacky treats. They know show mommy what you want. Like I'll ask Eli that, he'll come up and tap me. He taps me. He don't meow much. That's cool looking right there. Kiri meows a lot. Kiri's very talkative. But Eli, he doesn't meow that much. He'll just tap me and he'll say, show mommy what you want. He'll either go to where the treats are, I call them snacky treats. So he knows those words, snacky treats. Or he goes to the fridge where his wet food is. Or he goes to the back door when he wants out. It's like a freaking dog. And now Kiri fetches. You throw things to Kiri. I've had cats before that did that too. Kiri fetches. Brings stuff back like a doggy. And they know, let's see, they know outside. They know snacky treats. They know show mommy what you want. They know sink drink. Because they'd rather drink out of the sink, because cats like fresh water than drink out of the bowl. I need to get one of those fountains. And they know, let's see, they know nap, because we take a nap around 3 o'clock. So they know nap. Some days we don't get to take a nap, because we're busy doing things, or going somewhere. But on the days I'm home and I'm tired, yeah, they know nap. What else do they know? Snacky treats. No, I just heard something. I don't see it, but I just heard it. Snacky treats. Hungry. And when I call them, when we're out back and I call them, they come. They come in. I was sitting out back there one day and Riley's mom, Kim, called and said, can you go get Riley because she's sick at school? They got her at they had her in the nurse's station and they sent her to the office. Like somebody could come and get her. I was like, yeah. I said, well, hopefully I can get the cats in. Well, I called them and they must have like sensed it in my voice, like the urgency, and they came right away. Because sometimes it takes them a while, like 15 minutes or so to come. Well, maybe not that long, but sometimes they're slow to come when I call them, but they always come. And then other times I just go in the house and I'll run the sweeper because Eli is scared of the sweeper. He hides. He runs and hides. Kiri just sits there and watches it. Chemtrails. I don't know that I believe it. I haven't researched it enough. But Prince sure did. Miss Prince. Such a great musician. Anyways, yeah, my cat's in the woods. My daughter used to have a dog. He's gone. He died of old age. Tacoma. And Tacoma knew, I think, 32 words. That's back when they traveled in the motorhome to the music festivals. Now she's married with children, has a house, so she only does certain festivals. That's on my channel too. She just did one in YellowSprings. She sells hemp jewelry and gemstones. Anyways, yeah, Tacoma knew 32 words. I don't know all of them she knew, but she knew load up. That was one I remember. When they'd get ready to go, they'd say, load up, Tacoma, and she'd jump up in motorhome. That's a pretty picture right there. I haven't done Prism so long. I gotta remember how to. I think it automatically loads to YouTube, if I remember right, and then you have to set it for public. Or maybe that's when you go live on YouTube. You know, you can go live on YouTube. You don't have to have 1,000 subs. You just have to set it to from private to public at the end of your video. Yep. One of these days when I have a walking buddy, I'll go explore this trail. I think it runs into the one that used to be here, the exercise one. I saw another car over there, so somebody else will be coming up behind me. This is a really peaceful, quiet town. I've left my door unlocked. Nobody's come in. Seems like along the rivers you have more crime. Like Bel Air, Martin's Ferry. A lot of fentanyl. Of course, that's everywhere. But yeah, my friend Lauren got her car broken into. Plus, they didn't take anything but some change. And I said, you're better off leaving it unlocked, because they broke her window. Then she had to pay to get the window replaced, which is expensive. I said, yeah, you're better. If you don't have anything in there that, you know, they can take, or you look at the reflection of the trees, beautiful, or that you would miss. She said, no, there's nothing in there. They took change out of the console. I said, well, yeah, just leave your windows, or leave your doors unlocked. Let them open it and get the change out. I don't know what it costs now. Imagine 300 or more, probably more. Probably lowballing that. Unless you have, do they do insurance on that? I know one time I had that safe light come, and I just had a friend of mine on YouTube, Too Tall Rob. He's got a good channel. He's got it's called All Along the Watchtower, and he sits in the. I'm gonna sit for a second while I got good reception. He sits in he puts the camera out, and all the animals come: possums, raccoons, cats. And he'll put marshmallows for the raccoon. It's really cute. Anyway, I forget what I was talking about. Shoot. Huh. I do that a lot. Lose my train of thought. But anyways, yeah, he has animals that you can watch. Too Tall Rob. I'll think of it in a minute, what I was talking about. If anybody's on here, you can remind me. Virginia Woolf. Oh yeah, my friend Lauren, I told her just leave your car doors unlocked. And you don't. But anyways, I don't know if insurance covers that, was what I was discussing. Where somebody breaks your window. I don't know. You have a deductible, maybe. But I know when my windshield got cracked, I try, when I get behind semis, if I can get over, there's nobody in the passing lane, I try to get, especially when they don't have mud flaps, or their mud flaps are crappy, I try to get in the passing lane so they don't throw a rock. Well, I couldn't one time, and it threw a rock and cracked my windshield, then it started spreading. And in the state of Ohio, you can't have it go across your vision. Probably a lot of states is like that. Anywho, make a long story short, I had to have Safe Light come. And I had a deductible, I think it was $100, and they replaced my whole windshield. Well, I saw on Too Tall Rob, he had that done not too long ago. Like Safe Light repairs, Safe Light something, Safe Light repairs. I forget the jingle. Anyways, yeah, this area is not too dangerous. You can walk around here by yourself. You don't have to be worried about anything. It's not like Central Park. I'd be afraid to walk in Central Park in the daytime. I'm sure there's some areas that are safe. Anyone here from New York? There is insurance. It's definitely, it's hard to, cheaper. It's definitely, yeah, leave your doors unlocked. It's an add-on. Yeah, I have an add-on in my insurance. I think I do. I haven't checked. I gotta get it out and read it. It's like AAA, like if you have a flat tire, they'll come and change it. Yeah, that's smart. Easy Street with Jen. Yeah, hi, by the way. I just stopped and looked at chat. There wasn't anybody in here. There was 0 and nobody was chatting. Yeah, I've heard of those. That's good you did that and you was able to do it by yourself too. Kudos. 2 thumbs up. I'm about ready to put the whole Central Park is cool. Have you been there? Nice. I imagine it's just like any place else. There's nice places. It's like my son lives in Chicago and everybody's like, oh, that's so dangerous. No, not where he lives. He lives in the suburbs. He don't live on the south side. Somebody just started walking. She must have been sitting in the car talking. Whatever. That reminds me of that song. The south side of Chicago. A man about 6'4". Oh wait, treetop lover. All the men folks, all the ladies called him treetop lover. All the men folks called him sir, something like that. And he's back, Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Ah, blast from the past. Isn't it beautiful here, Jen? Oh yes, I've been to Chicago many, many times. I like Chicago. That's before I was filming, before I would have my YouTube channel. Not filming, there's no filming the camera. Who says that all the time, Jen? Do you know? Do you know him? Blogger Puppet. You probably don't watch him. He's old school boy. Vlogger Puppet. He's doing the monkey right now. And like P. Diddy. He's P. Diddy chimp. That's too funny. That little monkey's face cracks me up every time. Yeah, next time I go to Chicago to visit my son, I'll have to do some filming of like down around the Lakeshore Drive and river that they dye green every St. Patrick's Day. I've never been up there on St. Patrick's Day to see the river being dyed green. You've stayed in a couple of areas of Chicago on vacation. Nice. Nice. I like Navy Pier. That's all the touristy stuff. The Bean. Been to the Bean. The fountain that's in Before Married with Children. Did all the touristy stuff. The zoo. Never went up in that carousel at Navy Pier. Jed and Kim did when they went up there. They went up there for New Year's Eve one time. They froze to death. Because we're not used to Chicago cold. There was a comedian said, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Cat Stevens. Did a gig once in Chicago, and he said, "You gotta buy your coat for Chicago when you get to Chicago." Because that windy city is freezing. Especially in the winter. The wind comes off the lakes. Lake Michigan? What's the big lake up there? Help me out, Jen, please. I was going to live in Lincoln Park. And Sarah, Brandon's wife, was, I'm jealous because Lincoln Park's where all the rich people live. I said, well, you live out in the suburbs with all the other rich people. So. Yeah, Lincoln Park's nice. What's the frickin', there's several Great Lakes, right? I'm so forgetful. I can't believe I forgot Riley's lunch. We were rushing to get out the door. It was only like 5 minutes. We made it. We make it every time, but Grandma worries. So she was rushing out the door this morning. She puts her lunch in the fridge at night if there's something, you know. This won't last overnight. And that was the case. Normally, if there's nothing in there that needs to be refrigerated, she just leaves it in her backpack, and she grabs her backpack, and we're golden. But, yeah, the lunch left in the fridge. I come home and go to get milk out of the refrigerator to get my second cup of coffee to take the cats out back with, and there's Riley's lunch. Yes, Michigan. I thought so. Thank you very much. How you getting along now? You said you were free. I saw that. I didn't watch it, I don't think. Is that about your eyes better? You can go. Did you get the all clear from the doctor to like go outside? And that's good if you did. I would hate that. I mean, I enjoy being at home, trying to get the leaves falling here. But, you know, if you're home for like a week, that would get old. There's those turkey buzzards flying around. They're always flying around. I didn't see the great blue heron here. I didn't see him. So did you get the all clear, Jen? To get back on your channel and go outside. Don't you guys love the reflection? Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it off the lake. I can barely see because I don't have. You have to be careful with lifting and avoid dust. Oh yeah, I couldn't. They told me not to, after I had my cataract surgery, they said, you can't lift heavier than a milk jug. I said, well, I can't lift them babies then. Edith and Ida. I had it done in Circleville when I lived up there. My daughter helped me out a lot. And Edith was just toddling. No, the fish just jumped, a little fish. So peaceful here. I mean, it's peaceful in my backyard too, but you hear the cars going by on the front of the street. Occasional neighbor talking. Somebody's doing some house repair, so you got that going on, hammering. And somebody's doing a roof because you can hear the electric nail gun they're putting on the roof. Other than me talking, all you can hear here is the birds. Pretty pines. In the pine, where the sun don't ever shine. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? It's Nirvana. Jim Croce. I couldn't think of that. Who sang that? Bad Blood, Leroy Brown. I love his song, Operator. Operator, oh, would you help me place this call? See, the number on the matchbook is old and faded. Living in LA like my best old ex-friend Ray. Gal, he said he knew women sometimes hated. Isn't that the way they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that and give me the number if you can find it, so I can call just to tell him I'm fine to show. I've overcome the blow. I learned to take it well. I only wish my words would just convince myself that it just wasn't real. That's not the way it feels. Here comes somebody. Oh, I better get going. Poor Eli and Carrie is going to be wondering where Mom is to let him out back. What time is it? Probably 11. Yeah, because it was 10 when I dropped the lunch off. Should be close to 11 now. I can remember walking around up top when it was cold. It was before winter was through, and there was a mud puddle. Or not a mud puddle. There was a puddle of water around the tree, and it was all frozen. It looked beautiful because it was just starting to unthaw, and there was all these cracks. I took a picture of it, put it on my community page because it was so pretty. But yeah, I walk in the winter even. I just love to walk. Rosie just came down on my screen notification. Handyman and love advisor. Okay. Sorry, I gotta laugh. I gotta kick out that. Nirvana covered that song? Oh, I'll have to check it out. I thought I knew everything Nirvana did. Now, I was more my children, but I knew the songs. I could sing them by heart because they always played. Well, and we had MTV back in the day. Remember MTV? In the house, I could like I had MTV on in the living room. And then you go down the hall, there's Jessica's room. She had Madonna. And you go on down the hall to the boys' rooms. Brandon had rap. Jed had country. Charlie had heavy metal. So I learned all different genres of music from my children. And then growing up, growing up, Mom and Dad, they listened to like Elvis and Elvis and oh, you know all the oldies, Roy Orbison, Tammy Wynette. We had the stereo, of course. We had the stereo like Rosie has, one of those, and they played the records on it. I'll walk out here real quick since I have good reception. Back in there, that cove right across. Some good fishing. Walking around here one day. Oh, there is a squirrel. Hey, squirrel. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Zoom in. He's about to go up that tree, I think. Yeah, of course, he's going up on the other side of me. Oh, no, he hasn't started yet. Anyways, walking around here one day, and my grandkids were across there fishing. They didn't come till after me, and then once I got around that curve, I saw them. Oh, let me zoom back out. before I forget. Been known to do that. Where'd he go? Did he go up the tree? Or did he go through the woods? He must have went through the woods. There's a black squirrel across the street from me. Never seen a white one yet. But here's where the trail comes out. They can't, it's too tight to make it go around the rest of the lake. But we're almost around there anyway. What the heck is that? Uh-oh. Nothing. The pine needle smells so good. Oh, little doggy, did you see him? Probably not. There's a little doggy hanging out that car window. That was adorable. Hey, we have a toilet down here. You ever go to one and put John's in at a music festival? Oh my goodness. The last one in YellowSprings, they didn't clean them out. And they was nasty. Oh, I lost the chat since I did that Zoom thing. I lost the chat. Darn it. How do I get that back? Swipe left, swipe right. Oh, there it is. I had to swipe left. Oh, I just remembered that. Swipe left. I'll have to tell Blackbird. If you ever lose your chat because you zoom, and he does that. He zooms in and out a lot, showing you the sun and stuff, or the sun setting. I'm gonna have to text him, tell him. If you ever lose your chat again, zoom left. He kept saying, oh, nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. So I texted him. I said, yeah, Charles Richards wanted Richard or Richardson? Charles Richardson? Charles Richard? They wanted a song. They requested a song. So I told him, and he did play the song for him. I bet the crappie or biting crappie. Yeah, they probably are. Crappie, carp. A crappie carp. Is that what carp? Is that what you guys call carp? Crappie. I don't know. Anywho, yeah, I gotta remember that. To the left, to the left. After Halloween, you can bring your pumpkins down here, and I'll show you them. I think I showed it one time before, but not lately. Yeah, you can throw all your pumpkins down here. There'll be a bunch of pumpkins down here. A lot of people don't know about it, so it'll probably be like 30 or so. So I think I'm going to do that, bring mine down here, because the animals enjoy them. And look, they even have poop. Poop bags. Which is awesome. So you should have. So yeah, that was our walk around the lake on this fine Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a terrific Tuesday. Get out if you can. And we're having in Ohio here, where I'm at anyway. We're having a whole week of 70s, which is nice. Well, you know, it doesn't snow as much anymore here. It didn't snow till Christmas. I think it was the year before last. Last year we had a storm before Christmas, and then we didn't have any snow on Christmas. But the year before it snowed for Christmas, but it didn't snow until then. And that's a nice bench. It's donated to someone. I can't remember off the top of my head who. Bob and Melba Outland. It's one of those Amish made things that can stay out in the weather. Doesn't look like they used the stainless steel screws though. My sister Vicky got some. I think JR took it. The boy that helped her out the most, that lived right down the street from her. Last year was the first Christmas without her. She had some Amish furniture, And they use these bolts where, I think it's stainless steel, they don't rust in the winter, so you can leave it sitting out. And then that thick stuff, it doesn't, nothing happens to it. I don't know if that's made out of polyurethane. I don't know what it's made out of, the benches. But the chairs were cool. They had like, you could pull this cup thing out from the handle of the arm of the chair. From the arm of the chair, you could pull this thing out, and it held a cup, and then you put it back in when you're done, so nobody like bangs into it. But yeah, she had a bench, a glider, and then she had 2 chairs made, and a table that went between the 2 chairs. And then we out there on her deck. Her house was in contract, pending litigation, I think it's called. Might not be the right word for it, but yeah. So her house will be sold soon, and they divide it between the 4 boys. Bruce, JR, Sean, and Richard. JR lived right down the street. Bruce lives in the town I live in. And then Sean lives in Florida, and Richard lives in Tennessee. No swimming. No swimming since, unfortunately, I was little. Years ago, a boy drowned. He got caught in fishing line. That's when I was a little kid. I think I was in high school, maybe? Or was I still in the 8th grade? I don't know. I was young. Around that age. Poor boy. And now they don't allow swimming. We used to go out the reservoir and swim. Well, I'm back to the car now. I think I'm going to end this. I'm going to be going back home and let the kitties out. I should do a live back there on the porch soon. You could put a kayak on here. You just can't put anything with a motor. No fishing, jumping, or diving from docks. And that was a cool launch thing they had in there. Of course, they take it out for the winter. I think they do this stuff too early, actually. But Jen, you ever seen the license plate on the front of my car? You know, in the state of Ohio a couple years ago, they said we didn't have to have front plates anymore. Well, I thought it looked ugly with nothing there. And I waited and waited till I found the perfect thing. You might have seen it, but it was at one of Jessica's shows, and it was a Halloween festival, and it's got all the spooky characters on it because I love all spooky things. All the things spooky. There's Elvira, front and center. I just washed my car yesterday. Darn it. Shouldn't have parked it underneath this sappy tree. Sappy pine trees. Alright guys, I'm going to get off of here. Love you guys. Have a marvelous, or no, it's not Monday anymore. Have a terrific Tuesday. Oh, you're welcome, Jen. You're very welcome. That was fun. Yeah, thanks for coming on and watching. Nice. You keep coming in, Jen, I'm going to have to make you a mod. Because I always forget to tell my mods when I'm going live. And they don't get to come in all the time because they're modding for 10, 50 million other channels. So, and then one of them works. I think a couple of them work. And one of them, he lives, I always forget where he lives, Bill Ellis. I know it's in Australia. I always forget. Thailand? Is it Thailand? Anyways, where he lives, it's like night right now. So he doesn't always get to come in. I love you, Jen. I'm glad you're free now. Oh, look. There's our friend the bee. Look at him. Isn't he pretty? Alright, love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Alright, and I remember where the end button is, up there in the right hand corner. Do you wish to end the live stream? End.